All right, let's talk about something real. We're going to walk through a brutally honest plan to increase your income in the next 6 months. If you've been feeling stuck, like you're just spinning your wheels financially, then this is for you. This is your roadmap. Let's dive in.
So let's just get right to it and ask the big question. Why isn't your income growing? I mean, you feel like you're putting in the hours, you're doing the work, but nothing. The numbers just aren't moving. It's super frustrating, right? And here's the brutal truth of it all. Most people just dream about making more money. They don't actually change what they're doing.
And this quote, man, this just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? This is the core idea of the whole thing. It's not about sitting around waiting for some magical opportunity to fall into your lap. There is no perfect time. It's about taking direct, intentional action. That's the mindset we have to have.
Okay, so how do we actually do something? Well, the good news is it's not as crazy complicated as you might think. When you boil it all down, there are really only 4 realistic ways to seriously increase your income. I'm not talking about some get-rich-quick nonsense. These are the real, proven paths. And here they are. First, you can try to get a raise or a promotion where you are right now. Second, you could switch jobs completely, which, can often lead to a big pay jump. Third, you can start a legit side hustle that brings in real cash. Or fourth, you can build up some high-value skills and go the freelance route. That's it. Pretty much every real strategy fits into one of these 4 buckets.
But hold on, before you just jump in and pick one, you have to face what we're calling the brutal math. See, every single one of these options has a trade-off. It's always about the time you put in versus the reward you get out. And being honest about this from the get-go is, well, it's everything. It's how you pick the path that actually makes sense for you.
Okay, look at this. It really breaks it down. Think about asking for a raise. The effort is kind of concentrated, right? It's a big push, but then it's done. The risk is pretty low, but your reward is capped. Your company's only going to pay you so much. Now, a side hustle, that's a whole different beast. The effort is higher, it's sustained, you got to keep at it, but the reward, it's basically uncapped. The sky's the limit. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's about what works for your life.
And here's what that math actually looks like with real numbers. A job switch, that could be a 15, even 20% raise, like right away. A solid side hustle, we're talking an extra $500 to $2,000 a month in about 6 months. Negotiating your salary, maybe a 5 to 10% bump. When you see it laid out like this in black and white, the choice starts to feel a lot more real, doesn't it?
Okay, this is it. This is the heart of the whole thing. We've talked about the what and the why. Now it's time for the how. This is the actual step-by-step blueprint for the next 6 months. This is how you turn these ideas into actual, money in your bank account. So the whole plan is broken down into 3 simple phases, 2 months each. The first 2 months, that's your foundation. You're picking your path, you're building the skills. Months 3 and 4, that's execution. You're actually doing it, applying for jobs, finding that first client. And then the last 2 months, 5 and 6, are all about scaling up. You figure out what's working and you just double down. Let's dig into that first super important phase. So, phase 1, the foundation. Honestly, this is where almost everyone gives up, but the steps themselves are really clear. Step 1, pick one path, just one, and stick with it, no distractions. Step 2, figure out the one high-value skill you need for that path. Step 3, and listen, this part is non-negotiable. You have to dedicate 5 to 10 hours every single week to getting good at that skill. And finally, step 4, create proof. Build a portfolio, get some results you can show people. It all comes down to focus and consistency. That's the secret sauce.
And speaking of giving up, we have to talk about the things that will absolutely kill your progress. First up is shiny object syndrome. You start a side hustle, then a week later you're looking for a new job, then you think about freelancing, you never give anything a real shot. Then there's analysis paralysis. That's when you research and plan for months, but you never actually start. Inconsistency is a big one, just not putting in the hours. And finally, ignoring the math, picking a path that was never going to get you to your goal anyway. Just avoiding these 4 things puts you way ahead of most people. So there you have it. We've gone over the paths, we've looked at the math, and we've laid out the plan. At this point, you don't really need more information. What's left is a choice, and it's a simple one, really. It's either excuses or it's results. 6, just 6 months. That's the time frame we're talking about. And here's the thing. Those 6 months are going to pass no matter what you do. You're going to be 6 months older in 6 months. Guaranteed. The only question is, what will your bank account look like then?
And that brings us to this final thought, which is just so powerful. 6 months from now, you will either have a higher income or the same excuses. It's really that simple. The plan is right here in front of you. The choice, well, that's all yours. So what's it going to be?